hey guys, what's up? Alright, now we're gonna play, alright now, it's time to play, Pokemon Red and Blue? I mean, Pokemon Blue specifically. Hello there, welcome to the world of Pokemons. Welcome to the world of Pokemons, my name is Oak, people call me the Pokemon Professor. Yes, we know who Professor Oak is. This world is inhabited by creatures called, Pokemon. Alright, yeah. For some people, Pokemon are pets, others use them for fights. Oh, good, we got legalized cockfighting right at the start of Pokemon. Myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. First, what is your name? Alright, do we pick Blue, Gary, or John? No. No. I don't think so. Alright. You know, Red version lets you name yourself Ash if you want to. I don't know why you would want to do that. I mean, Ash is not as good as Red. Well, just gonna say that, you know, I think, I know that Ash is a very good trainer, but it took way less time. It took way less time for, Red to be a Pokemon Master. It took Ash like 30 plus years. Well, this is my grandson. You've known him since you were little. What was his name again? ITO? Alright, what's his name? Red, Ash, or Jack? Alright, his name is, Alright, we're gonna name him, my... We're gonna name him My Tick. We're gonna name him My Tick. That's right, I remember now. His name is My Tick. I'm glad that, too bad, Pokemon these days, has a bunch of censorship. Otherwise you could name it right. Too bad, they won't let you name your rivals anymore while he was that. Alright, now. Well, he was that in the show. I mean, that's technically not Gary Oak that, is actually blue. But, he's kind of sort of related. At least I think he is. And he turned on the PC. I would like to withdraw an item. Yes, I would like to withdraw the singular potion. And the potion will come in handy, later. Alright, now, let's go get ourselves a new Pokemon. Hey, Mom! Alright, now, we got a nice bomb. Alright, we got an ad break right away. Alright, let's go. Alright, now, what should we do? I'm on the road to Viridian City. I'm on the road to Viridian City. I'm on the road to Viridian City. Oh, hey, we should, Hi, Andy, my dick is out at Grandpa's lab. My dick. Then again, green wasn't much better. Yeah, that's true, yeah. Alright, now, let's go out. Let's go into the tall grass. Okay, wait, don't go out. Oh, no. Hey, it's Professor Oak, and he walked right... Oak, it's unsafe while Pokemon live in tall grass. Remember when Pokemon used to live in tall grass and you couldn't see them? Pepperidge Farm remembers. You need to own Pokemon for your own protection. I know. Wait, Pokemon are actually dangerous and vicious in this world? Ah, wow, we got that, yeah. Too bad, it took until Legends Arceus to actually have Pokemon be dangerous. Isn't I gonna do the Mew glitch? Actually, I think I might, but I'm gonna wait until, I'm basically done with the game to do that, yeah. Because I did try it a couple times before and it kind of caused some glitches. It kind of caused Giovanni to get glitched. So I'm not gonna do it until the end of the game, so basically. My dick ramp, I'm fed up with waiting. My dick will everything. Oh, that's right. I told you to, come, just wait. Here, Indy, these three Pokemon, there are 3 Pokemon here. They are inside, they inside the Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious, Pokemon trainer. In my old age, I have only 3 left. But you can have one. Choose. My dick, hey Gramps. What about me? What about you? Be patient, my dick. You can have one too. I think I will probably go with Squirtle. Alright now. Alright, Pathogen is Zerking. Oh, Cyberzone. I'm here for the show. Alright now, let's take the water Pokemon Squirtle. Alright now, choosing Squirtle, yeah. Woo, Squirtle gang. This Pokemon is really energetic. Indy received a Squirtle, nice. Alright now, what do we give as a nickname to it? Alright now, how about, I have an idea for a nickname. Are you ready? Alright now, Squirt. Whoops. That's not what I want. Alright now, Squirter. Yeah, Squirter. It's time for the Nuzlocke run? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. No, I won't be doing Nuzlocke, no. You know, because I have no experience with that, you know. Sorry, alright. He's chosen Bulbasaur, which is like, you know, the worst Pokemon. You know, since, you know, Psychic types are so OP. Alright, let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you one. Alright, so you know, my Squirtle is superior. My Squirtle is clearly superior to your Bulbasaur in every way. Alright, now it's time to battle my dick. My dick wants to fight. My dick sent out Bulbasaur. Alright, it's got a Bulbasaur. Alright, Squirter. Alright, Squirter, get in there. Alright now. Oh yeah, we got Tail Whip. Alright, now let's go. Alright, he's using Growl. Nope, it failed. Alright, good thing he failed. He's trying to growl. No, he's growling at me. No, he's growling at me. No. Stop growling. That's lowering my attack. Alright, Squirtle use Tackle. Nice, critical hit. Nice, we got a crit. Bulbasaur is a lot more than you think. I mean, more power to you. Whoa, you crit on me now. Oh, that's, you know, not nice. Please stop crit. Alright, now. Alright, he's going for another growl. And my attack is getting real low. Oh, nice, we crit on him. Alright, he's going for a tackle. Please don't crit on me. Alright, we win our first battle. Alright, we won our first battle. Alright, now. Alright, level up to 6. It's a ninny. Hey, thank you. Alright, now. Yeah, but alright. I will say Razor Leaf is pretty much a guaranteed crit in the game, so that's pretty good. But you can probably just run anything with Slash, really. My dick, okay, I'll make my Pokemon fight to toughen it up. Indy, Gramps, smell you later. Get out of here, phone! Shut up, phone! Be quiet! Be quiet! Be quiet, please. Quiet, please. Get out of here. You're not supposed to be calling this late at night anyway. Get out of here. Sorry about that. Then you should take a quick rest. Alright, I will take a quick rest. Oh good, you and your Pokemon are looking great. Take care now. Alright now. Hey, Phone Swordsman. Yeah, we chose Squirtle. We chose Squirtle because obviously it's the best one. I just got here, thank you. Thank you for being here. Intro music is magical. Hi Andy, my dick is out at Grandpa's lab. I mean, he was out at Grandpa's lab, but I thought you said phone, not phone. Nah, the phone was, you know, messing around. My weak cassette beast finally a one-shot conquest itself with the Beetle strat and got him down to cassette break range before he could even act. That's pretty funny, not gonna lie. That sounds really good. Yeah, but I haven't done. Alright, now we're up against a Pidgey. Alright, now Pidgeys are relatively weak. Their Gust isn't even flying type on this game. You know, probably because, you know, you're probably might start off with, you know, Bulbasaur. Which is like, wow. Oof. Alright, What Squirtle's attack miss? No! No, I got the 1% chance to miss. Alright, no, it's using another gust. Now, stop gusting me. Alright, we will struggle a little bit in the early game, so... Just... Alright, ow. Alright, now. Alright, tackle. Alright, nice. Alright, we are gonna have to go back and heal. Alright, alright now. I have to go back and heal. That battle, you know, really roughed me up. And I got roughed up by a level 3 Pidgey. Can't say that about modern Pokemon games. Alright, yeah, so I did nothing. Yeah, you did nothing wrong, phone. I was talking about the phone. Yeah, I was kind of going off in the background. Fun fact, Tackle in Gen 1 is 95%. No, I got like that 5% chance to miss. No, Rattata. No, I don't. Alright. Yeah, my favorite thing about Rattata in this game is, you know, there's a Team Rocket member that, you know, has a, you know, underleveled but somehow fully evolved Rattata. I mean, Raticate. Hey, stop missing, please. Dude, stop missing. Come on, don't miss the tackle. You got it. Alright, now crit on him, yeah. Please don't crit on me. No. Alright, you lowered my defense. Alright, now. Oh yeah, the Eradicated Mount Moon is a bit infamous. Alright, nice. We lured to level 7. Nice. Alright, we level up. Alright, we level up. That should help with our survivability. Yeah, we're struggling in the early game. Yeah, kind of a little struggling in the early game. It'll be fine now. It'll be fine. I just need a better selection of moves. Yeah. Alright, come on, get on my butt, please. Sorry about that. Alright, now let's keep going. Alright, now what do we got here? Alright, please don't be level 4, please. Oh, it's level 3, that's good. Alright, I'm like double its level, so I'm like over double its level, so it should be fine. Alright, surprisingly, it's pretty tanky. Alright, come on. Yeah, it's probably only got Gust as its only move. Oh, I got crit on, of course. Of course, I get crit. Please don't crit twice in a row. What? Wow, we're really struggling early game. What's going on? We shouldn't be struggling this much early on. Oh no, we got another battle. Oh no, it's level 5 now. Alright, we might be in trouble here. Alright, I'll run away real quick. We might be in trouble if it's like level 5 or so. Yeah, it's gonna hit kind of hard if it's like level 5. Alright, I promise. Alright, now. Once I learn Bubble, those enemies are so gonna be cooked. Yeah, in fact, once I, learn Bubble, Brock is gonna be cooked. Of course, I gotta remember, this game is a little grindy because obviously there's no EXP share. Remember when Pokemon games, didn't have EXP share like they do in modern games? Yeah, you have to level up all your Pokemon individually in this game. Yeah, that can be a bit grindy. So in a way, I'm kind of, thankful that, modern Pokemon games do have the XP share, even though, realistically, you should have the option to turn it off. At least I think you should. I think it'd be nice if, they gave you the option to turn it off. I mean, that's something, veteran players have been asking for. Alright, we're doing actually pretty good this time. Nice, we actually survived another battle. Nice, we're actually doing well. And immediately we walked right into another battle. Alright, please don't be... Alright, now it's like level 3, so we should be fine. Oh, what? You missed a tackle? No! Come on, don't miss. Come on, don't miss the tackle, please. Yeah, I can't believe we're getting those 5% misses. That's kind of why I don't like moves, with less than 100% accuracy. Then again, no move in Gen 1 has 100% accuracy because of a bug, anyway. Alright, level 8, that's good. Oh, wait, we learned... Alright, cool. We learned Bubble. Nice. Alright, Bubble is a very good move. Alright, nice. We should have no trouble. We should have no trouble with the enemies. Now, Scratch is objectively better in Gen 1 to 4. Wait, Scratch is? Yeah, it does seem like that, yeah. 40% power and higher accuracy. Yeah, that seems like it. That seems like it's true, doesn't it? Alright, now we should probably get Oak's Parcel. Hey, you came from Pallet Town. Yeah, we don't even have Pokeballs yet, so... Remember it. Alright, now. We got Oak's Parcel, that's good. Alright, now, let's go. Alright, now. Let's make our way back. Alright, I guess I'll fight a little... I guess I'll do a little bit of fighting along the way, if I can. See those ledges on the road? It's a bit scary, but you can jump over from them. And you can get back quicker... Oh, no, alright, there's an enemy. Alright, now, what do we got? Oh, it's only level 2. We should be fine. Alright, we should be fine. It's like level 2. Alright, let's use our new move, Bubble. It should be a lot stronger than Tackle and better. Plus, it, has a chance of, making enemy speed fall, which is pretty nice. Nice that we have an actual good move. Of course, that enemy wasn't worth a lot of experience, but that's okay. Wait, I seem to recall that there was a shop in... Alright, now. The guy that blocks the road is because he's drunk? Right, he's not drunk, he's just, sleeping in the middle of the day, and, yeah, he's not drunk. Well, what do you mean? He's not drunk. He just, is in a bad mood because he, hasn't had his coffee today. Yeah. It's not because he's drunk. Why would you think that? No, that's, fake. That's, not... He's just drunk because he hasn't had his coffee. Alright, now, it's convenience shop, so please visit us in Viridian City. I know, I'll give you a sample. Here you go. Cool, I get a potion. I get an extra potion. Nice. Alright, I did know that extra potion was there. I did recall that correctly. Alright, now, give me a minute. It's been a while since I played this game. What I remember about this game is, like, the dungeons were huge and very maze-like. And kind of a little hard to navigate compared to, modern Pokemon dungeons, which, barely qualify as anything. Yeah, I kind of wish they'd bring that aspect a little bit back. Kind of make the areas a little bit more challenging. Yeah, the more modern Pokemon games are definitely more beginner-friendly and, are more beginner and noob-friendly, if I'm gonna be honest. Which, is, what they're aiming for, which, more power to them for that. Ooh, I got crit on. Oof. That really stung. Much more power to them for that, but, I actually kind of like it that way. But, I kind of wish, they bring back the big maze-like dungeons with all the puzzles and stuff. Yeah, sort of like, Gen 1 did have. But, that's okay. But, it's very beginner-friendly and noob-friendly, so... I do like the quality of life changes, though. Actually, Tackle is stronger than Bubble even if it's stab. 35 power versus 30 power unless Bubble hits something super effective. Yeah, but doesn't it work off of special? Yeah, but it seems... doesn't it work off of special? I mean, doesn't it work off of special, so shouldn't it be a little bit stronger? Alright, Alright, now, stats. Yeah, my special is a little bit higher than my attack. Alright, my special is a little bit higher than the attack, so... Yeah, it will hit my Bubble will hit a little bit harder. Right now, while Squirtle's attack is like 48, huh? So, technically speaking, the special is a little higher. Not by too much, though. That seems to be working so far. Oh, Andy, how is my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to like you a lot, yeah. You seem to be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What, you have something for me? Yes, I delivered Oak's parcel. This is the custom Pokemon I ordered. Wait, we never see what this custom Pokemon is. My dick, Gramps. Oh no, it's my dick. My dick, what you call me for? Oh, right, I have a request for you two. Alright, on the desk there is my invention, a Pokedex. Oh yeah. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Oh, Gendy and my dick. He's with you. Yeah, it's kind of hilarious to, call it my rifle my dick because everybody's gonna refer to him as that. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I am too old, I can't do it. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. The gentleman guards prevent you from progressing because they're thirsty? Granted, that is pretty silly, not gonna lie. Granted, I will give you that. That is pretty silly. Luckily, they managed to share one drink between, like, 4 guards. Yeah, I'm thirsty, so you can't get past. Also, Team Rocket's in town. We should probably, like, call the police on that or something, but, we're kind of, we might be, I think, I think those, guys are, Team Rocket grunts. I got no comment. I know Gen 1 and 2, that's it. Oh. Well, you should really play... Well, I do recommend more of the modern Pokemon games. I do really at least recommend Legends Arceus. I had a lot of fun with, Legends Arceus. Granted, Legends Arceus is by no means easy either. Pokemon peaked in Gen 5, though? Yeah, but Arceus was pretty good. Arceus, I will say, is probably the one modern Pokemon game, I think is pretty good. Plus, I did like the story of, Scarlet and Violet, which I thought was decent. Definitely a little bit better than, Sword and Shield. But yeah, I do agree that Gen 5 and, Gen 7... I do agree that Gen 5 is pretty good. But, I think, Sun and Moon were pretty good. Until they retcon, Lucimene's character in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon for whatever reason. I think that was a very silly change, to be honest. Yeah, I think we should let villains to be evil. Remember when Pokemon villains were actually evil? Peppered Fart remembers. There was actually a guy who who tries to commit game over on you? Wait, what? No. No, yeah, wasn't that Geddes? He tried to use Murder Child. Funny enough, he tries to do the same thing in, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Yeah, Geddes, really was a peak Pokemon villain. I don't think we'll get a Pokemon villain quite as good as him. Lucamine is a close second, though. Of course, we can't say no to Giovanni. Even if Giovanni's goal is more simple than most Pokemon villains since he just wants to basically exploit Pokemon for money, I'd say that's a pretty simple goal. I say that's a pretty decent goal. I say that's a decent enough goal for basically any Pokemon villain. He doesn't want to destroy the world or take over the world. He just basically wants to enslave Pokemon and basically make tons of money. Yeah, I kind of wish, Giovanni, kind of played a bigger role in the Pokemon anime, but, obviously he really didn't. Obviously, for some reason, he really didn't. Yeah, I was thinking Ash would have defeated him at Viridian City Gym. I mean, that would have been good for him, but that never happened. What makes Giovanni terrifying? How he's realistic enough to hit too close for comfort. Yeah, I mean, organized crime is a very real organized crime that basically enslaves others for its own own interests are very much a real thing. Yeah. So I will give you that. Alright, I will buy a few Pokeballs. Alright, since this is Pokemon Blue, I don't think I have to worry about being constantly poisoned by, Weedles. No. I don't think I will have to worry about being constantly poisoned by Weedles. You know, Weedles are really annoying in Pokemon Red because they poison you. And that's really not nice. Wait, wasn't there some sort of item down here? Alright, I seem to recall there was an item somewhere down here, but I don't know exactly where it is. Alright, I don't know exactly where it is. Alright, maybe I'm talking nonsense. Wait, I do know where there's another I do know where there's an item in it. Oh, female Nidoran. I mean, female Nidoran isn't, you know, completely terrible, but, you know, I think we can do a little bit better than that. Alright, it's using Tackle. It only did, like, 1 damage. Like, I'm, like, level 9. I'm, like, 3 times its level. Alright, now... Right. Oh, whoa, whoa. Hey, don't spray me. I don't deserve to be sprayed. I don't deserve to be sprayed. I don't deserve to be sprayed. Why do I deserve to be sprayed? Alright, level 4 female Nidoran. Alright, now bubble time. Yeah, kind of looking for a few... Alright, now, no, I don't deserve to be sprayed. I do not deserve to be sprayed. I don't deserve to be sprayed. Bank it. Bank it. Bank it. Bank it. Bank it. Back it. Back it. Back it. Back it. Basically. Well, I mean, Nidoqueen is pretty good, but you know, Nidoqueen is more defensive, while Nidoking is, you know, more hard-hitting offensive. No, it's just Rattata. Hey there, Endorito is fake news. Endorito is 100%, you know, misinformation and fake news. Yeah, and, alright, now. Oh yeah, Giovanni I got held back by him actually doing something in one not-so-great parts of the Pokemon anime. No. Yeah. I wish he played more of a major part in the story. You can kill the rat, or kill the rat, no, I won't care about him. I mean, to be fair, Rattata isn't too bad of a Pokemon to start with. Because Hyper Fang is pretty strong. I mean, Hyper Fang is a pretty decent move, not gonna lie. Yeah, Hyper Fang is a very decent move, not gonna lie, if you can get it. He'd be a good big jerk to other Pokemon trainers just because he would steal lunches from them. Yeah. I think Giovanni wants to steal more than lunches now as an adult, though. Yeah, if he's like stealing lunches, you know, as an adult, you know, that's like, you know, Joker stealing a report card, really. Yes, and the Joker did, in fact, one time steal some kid's report card just to make him cry. I never steal anybody's lunch, no. Yeah, alright, now. It's fake food. Yeah, that's right, that's right, if somebody tried to if I had a problem with somebody trying to steal my food, I would just, you know, put fake food inside of it. Yeah, it wouldn't do anything, you know, super drastic, but it might, you know, turn him into a toad, you know. It might turn him into a toad temporarily. I'll just use it to turn him into a toad. That's probably one of the least bad things that could happen to you if you know, eat fake food. It'll just be a little bit of trolling. Just a little bit of trolling, you know, to troll, you know, if your coworker is trying to steal your food. So, I'm a skeleton. Well, skeletons don't need to eat anyway. I mean, do skeletons even need to eat? I can't really eat anything. Well, I think my food is safe with you. Alright, I could have sworn there was Spearow inside here. I'll drop the I'll just drop the Now Team Rocket works because of how simple they are and plot compared to everyone else. Yeah, that is very true, yeah. That's kind of what I like about, you know, Team Rocket. I mean, they don't really have any grandiose plans aside, they don't really have any grandiose plans or anything like that. granted, Geddes, being a cult leader and, Lusamine being an abusive parent, was also pretty good, but, but, we can't say, of course, Giovanni being a literal crime boss is literally literally a lot worse than that. Plus, he's kind of a deadbeat dad anyway. We fight the evils of truth and love. No, Team Rocket fights the goodness of truth and love, yeah. Iron Giovanni was also an abusive dad himself. Yeah, that is also true to Silver. That is also true to Silver, wasn't he? That's kind of why Silver, Silver was so rough around the edges. And why it took so long for his Golbat to evolve into Crobat. Yeah, but then again, having Giovanni as a father would probably lead. Then again, having a literal crime boss as a father is probably not, he's probably not going to be ideal, Father of the Year material. I don't know, the Elite Four were just as bad in the manga. Yeah, that is true. And also, Lieutenant Surge literally committed war crimes. Also, Lieutenant Surge was literally a criminal in that. Which in a way makes him a little bit more, a little bit more significant than, when he was in the Pokemon anime, obviously. I mean, Lieutenant Surge was kind of a jerk in the anime, but, in the manga, he was a lot worse. It's like, why is every major, figure in, I mean, Lance's plan in the manga was literally genocide of the human race? Whoa, man. Lance was literally genocidal, oof. Man, what's with the Elite Four and, the manga, literally hiring, hiring attempted war criminals. The last 3 Swords I made, there's something special even beyond the usual hero gear. I could commit serious war crimes with them. I mean, what's the difference between a hero and a war criminal, really? Alright, now please be male Nidoran, please. Alright, do I start running from battles? I don't think so. I need all the experience I can get. Mostly, I'll be really, make Squirtle really powerful. I'll just make Squirtle really, really powerful. But, I would like another Pokemon. I would like, the Pokemon I'm looking for to show up. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Alright, now. Alright, I'm gonna literally start running. Whoops, hold on while I run away. I wish there was, alright. Yeah, sadly the thing about these old Pokemon games is some Pokemon have, really, really low spawn rates and, they kind of, have a bad habit of being really hard to find. Oh hey, a Spearow, finally! Oh hey, a Spearow. Alright, finally a Spearow. Alright, I'll try using Bubble since that's a lower attack. Alright, its speed is falling, it's going for Peck. Alright, Alright now. Alright now, let's catch ourselves a Spearow. Alright, we should be able to get it. Alright, we caught ourselves a Spearow. Yeah, Spearow is better than Pidgeot. Alright, both are... Alright, Spearow definitely has higher attacks, though. And all flying moves are pretty... Alright now. Alright now, how about we name him... Bird Up. Alright, I'm gonna name him Bird Up. Bird Up, it's Bird Girl. Alright, Bird Up. We're gonna bird up. Alright, now. Oh, wait, I should probably change up my party. Whoops. Pokemon, yeah. Alright, switch. I'm gonna switch the bird in front. Like Bruno in the manga pretty much had a straight up death trap under his gym meant to incapacitate opposing trainers. Whoa. The manga is definitely definitely a lot darker than the games are. Damn. Damn, they literally hire they literally damn, and Kanto, you know, everybody, you know, aside from Red is a war criminal. Damn, everybody. Alright, now. Pokemon Blue and Red are the only versions that reveal a third evolution of Pikachu. Oh, yeah. Wasn't that like Pika-Blue or something? Yeah, wasn't that like Pika-Blue or something? I think. In Bruno's defense, it was being mind controlled by Lance, as small as it is. Well, if he is a victim of mind control, I guess that makes it a little bit better. I mean, when in worlds where mind control does exist, you kind of have to take those kind of things into account, basically. Oh, Lance. Oh, I like him. Oh, no. Of course, you know, Phone Swordsman likes Lance. Yeah, I don't think I would like Mongo Lance, though. I don't think anybody would like Mongo Lance. Have you traded NPC for Raichu? Alright now, tackle it. Us weapons need to stick together? Wait, aren't you a skeleton? I also have a friend named Tiger. Tiger. Oh no. Alright now, bird up, it's Bird Girl. Alright now. Alright, bird person, switch out. Alright, please. Alright, now it's going for Tail Whip. Alright, whatever it's gonna go for its next turn is probably gonna really sting. Alright, bubble time. Alright, now time for a bubble bath. Alright, this is gonna sting just a little. Alright, look, alright now. Green version if you trade... Was it traded Graveler for a Kadabra? Oh, that's really nice. Oh yeah, that's really, really nice. That's really nice. I kind of wish we got that kind of trade. Alright now. Alright now. I'm still looking for that male Nidoran. Of course, the sad thing is, the male Nidoran in, you know, Pokemon Blue is kind of rare, which is kind of bad. Yeah, in Red version, it's the female Nidorans that are rare. So that's, you know, oh yeah, it's gonna probably take a while. Well, at the very least we can, you know, we can level up our new Spearow. Oof, that really stunk. That, you know, right now, missing those tackles is, you know, really hurting me. I can see why Scratch is objectively better. Alright now. No, level 4, oof. No way I can use Bird Up on that. No way I can Bird Up on that. Maybe Bird Up can, you know, beat a level 2. Alright, now we're getting Tail Whipped. Oh, that's gonna lower our defense. Alright, let's bubble him. Alright, that took out like half his health. Alright, good thing he's going for a non-offensive move. Alright, I won't risk it for the biscuit of a tackle because I know I might miss. You know, given my luck so far. Alright, Bird Up is level 4 now. Alright, Bird Up, you know, got the level 4, that's good. So Raichu's evil thing was the leftover text leftover text. Oh, that, you know, is very interesting. So they, you know, they kind of screwed up and kind of left, you know, text that kind of hinted at, you know, it was gonna evolve, but, you know, that never happened. That's very strange, isn't it? You know, that must seem very silly, and the context of, you know, that must seem really silly. Again, some of the Pokemon Gen 1 sprites look really silly. I mean, just look at the Gen 1 sprite of Mew. Yeah, Mew. No, it's because that was trading a Graveler. Wait, what? Okay. Alright, now. Alright, now let's... Alright, now. Another female Nidoran. Alright, at least this one is level 2. I think Birdup can beat it on its own. Alright, Pekka's, a decent enough move, I think. Missed its tackle, that's good. Glad that the miss actually worked out in my favor. Alright, how much damage? Alright, we didn't take too much damage, so that's good. Might as well get Birdup the experience. They forgot to change it to a different... Oh, they forgot to change the text, didn't they? Yeah. Huh. In that context, it must look really silly, doesn't it? Alright, now let's peck this thing to death. Now it's gonna aim for a really big tackle eventually. Alright, this is gonna hurt. I knew that would sting. I am not cute. Thank you for the head pats. Thank you for the head pats, but I'm not cute. Thank you for Doritos and Mountain Dew. Alright, we're gonna... Alright, now. Alright, luckily female Nidoran's not very strong. So, Birdup could probably beat this one. Luckily, level 2 is not very strong. Oh, it missed. Oh, nice, it missed. And Dorito is fake news, by the way. It's not real. It's not real, it was just an illusion. It's an illusion that I used to trick and defeat Lord Broccoli when he was, leading an attack on the supermarket. Alright, Birdup is level 5. It's Captain Innovan. What am I playing on? I'm playing on the GameCube? I'm using a Game Boy player? Oh, yeah, you want a lore fact, huh? Yeah, Lord Broccoli, he's basically a dictator that, is heading the vegetable empire in the realm of food, and basically, he kind of has a thing where, he hates most other food, he hates other food because, he's received a lot of hate because, a lot of people, find broccoli to be super gross, and, to his people, in the realm of food, food is super important, and it's kind of linked to you, so... he's kind of wanting to force all the other food to basically be broccoli and broccoli-related products. So that's kind of why he stole, that's kind of why he stole the, pure elements of food, that were sealing away the Great Rot. Yeah, and the Great Rot is kind of this, this force that, basically makes all the other food, the realm of food, moldy and, causes there to be basically a zombie outbreak in there. Oh, wow, that really stung. Oh, I'm on low health. Alright, now. Should I do a lore pack for Doggo World? Yes, you should. You should, yeah. Go for it. Yeah, you should really go for it, yeah. Ow. Ow. Hold on for just a minute. Alright, thank you. Alright, now. Alright, now I need to stretch out for just a little bit, sorry. Alright, now I need to stretch out for just a little bit, so I'm really sorry about that. Alright, now. Alright, let's get back on that hunt for male Nidoran. Well, then again, if I don't get it now, I'll probably get it later. I really want to get one, but kind of really being stubbornly rare. Did you know, No, I'm not Cool Ranch, and I'm not cheesy. I am not cheesy or Cool Ranch. That is, fake news. The Endorito is just an illusion used to trick and defeat Lord Broccoli because he's afraid of cheese and, he has a weakness to junk food. Yeah, that is a real weakness that, Lord Broccoli does have. Yeah, he's also kind of afraid of cheese because, broccoli and cheese, You see, he kind of fell into some cheese when he was little, and he was kind of afraid of becoming broccoli and cheese. I am not filled with... Oh, wow, there's the male Nidoran. Male Nidoran. Alright, please don't crit. Oh, whoa, critical hit. Alright, it's using Leer. Alright, I finally got the male Nidoran. Alright, finally, I got the male Nidoran to show up. Alright, male Nidoran was caught. Nice, we got 3 Pokemon now. Alright, now. Poison Pen. Stiffens its ears to sense danger. The larger its horns, the more powerful its secreted venom. Okay, so in the Doggo world, each god is a Doggo world pantheon is based on different meme and different D&D class, like the Bard god. The Almighty Borker is based on Gabe. And the Barbarian god is a horny bat dog, monk dog. And Dog Paladin, monk Pomeranian, Buddha dog. give a nickname to male Nidoran, yeah. Hey, be quiet, phone. Quiet, phone. Quiet. Knock it off. Stop being noisy. Please. Go away, telemarketers. Go away, scammers. Alright now, I'm gonna name it after, you know, a famous horror character. Yeah, from Hellraiser. Pinhead, yeah. Go, Pinhead! Yeah, it's Pinhead. Alright now. Pinhead, yeah. You call it Pinhead. I mean, technically speaking, you know, Pinhead's name is not actually Pinhead. Yeah, the High Priest of the Cenobites. His name is technically not Pinhead, but you know, he was kind of called Pinhead in one of the movies. Yeah, he kind of took immediate offense to that. I meant the SpongeBob meme. I know. Alright, bird up. Alright, pick them to death with birds. Yes, you're very true. Alright, now, oh no, it's going for tackle. Ow. Alright, pick him to death. Yeah. Pick that little rat to death. Alright now. Bird up is level 6. Nice. Nice, our little army is growing. Our little army of minions is growing. Our little army of well-trained minions is growing. Spiro is the word, the bird is the word. I like that, yeah. Now we got a bird up. Yeah, by the way, all the Pokemon flying type. By the way, all the Pokemon flying types are basically KFC. Yeah, especially Moltres. Moltres is basically just spicy KFC. You know, it's a shame that it's a shame. I kind of want there to be like a Grecian region, and we kind of get a Harpy Pokemon. Yeah, I'm gonna name it if we ever get something like that. I'm gonna name it KFC. You know, of course, Pokemon is too afraid to, make it even, slightly feminine looking. You know, hopefully, that's why we got, other games, inspired by Pokemon. Yo, is that another male Nidoran? Yo, another male Nidoran. Yo, is that another male Nidoran? Pokemon needs a treasure chest Pokemon? I mean, there actually is a treasure chest Pokemon. What are you talking about? They made one for Scarlet and Violet. Chicken. Alright, it's going for later. Uh-oh, my defense is going down. Alright, pick it to death. Alright, it's going for tackle. Oof, it's gonna sting. It's gonna sting with that defense down. Alright, it's gonna sting a little with that defense down. But, I think we're doing fine. Alright, pen in, alright now. Yeah, there's a treasure chest Pokemon. It's called Gimmighoul. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of evolves into the old Applejack's mascot. Yeah, it evolves when gathering 999 Gimmighoul coins. Which, is a very monumental task that, I kind of went out of my way to do that. Yeah, the coins do actually, yeah, it does. Dino DNA, yeah. Yeah, that was one of the funniest parts of the GX there. I mean, GX itself, is but the English GX dub, is basically an abridged dub. And you know, they never actually finished GX in, you know, America. Yeah, after Jaden fought you, Bell, they kind of didn't adapt, you know, they didn't adapt the season after that. Which is kind of unfortunate because, you know, the meme potential was, you know, very there. Gotta love 4Kids little localization, yeah. Alright now. Oh, wait a minute, I almost forgot about one little thing. You see, there is something inside this little tree over here. Oh wait, I already got it, didn't I? Mimics would eat people. I mean, technically speaking, it is a ghost type, so it does, you know, gathering the coins does, you know, infect your soul. But they made Gold Dingo, you know, and like were super friendly, and you know, turned it into a string cheese man. Yeah, I feel like they probably should have went with something else for that design, really. I mean, Gold Dingo is like the most overpowered Pokemon ever, don't get me wrong. It has like one of the most broken abilities ever that, you know, basically, you know, competitive Pokemon is kind of built around these days. But, you know, I kind of feel like they should have done something a lot different. They kind of play into the whole mimic aesthetic. Although he is made of coin. Although, to his credit, he is made of coins. But he is like Cinnamon is the Winamon. But he's very much like, alright. he is still very much Cinnamon is the Winamon. Alright, now let's get inside Viridian Forest. Right now. No, I don't need it. I don't fit in a bug net. Stop saying I fit in a bug net. I obviously don't fit in a bug net. That, you know, is a bunch of misinformation. Alright, Metapod only has Harden, but, you know, it's pretty annoying when it does that. Luckily, we have super effective damage. You see, Gold Dingo's pretty much make sure your spikes and Stealth Rock stay. I mean, that is true. It keeps them staying, but you know, it prevents your opponent from being able to set them up. Alright, I do like encountering Metapods in this forest, though. They are worth a lot of XP, obviously. Alright, Pinhead got to level 4, that's good. Alright, Bird Up, you know, got level up. Yeah, I'm 5'9". I am not 5'9". I know a lot of you people think fairies are small, but, you know, that's actually fake news, you know, it's kind of generated by fairies, you know, trying to trick and deceive humans, yeah. Yeah, and it was kind of spread by this one weirdo named J.M. Barry, and, you know, it kind of helped us spread kind of a lot of fake news about fairies, yeah. I'm pretty sure he was actually revealed to be a member of the Unseelie Court, yeah. Yeah, I am taller than you. Hunter, is the lick and Metapod use Harden? Oh, no. 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 Alright, Pinhead is level 5. Nice. Alright, Bird Up, level up. Alright, now we need to level up our new Pokemon. Alright, there's also a chance we might encounter a Pikachu somewhere. Oh hey, it's a Caterpie. Alright, whoops, I should probably switch up the... Alright, I'll switch the Bird up. I'll switch the Bird up since P.E.K.K.A is super effective. Yeah, I will say that Fearow is objectively better than, you know, Pidgeot. Alright, now Fearow is you know, better, you know, flying, you know, does run on physical. And you know, oh no, I got crit on by a Caterpillar, really? Alright now. Alright, obviously Caterpie is not worth a lot of experience. And he found a Pokeball, that's pretty good. I am not small and cute, that is not true. I am taller than Andy, so by definition, Andy... No, I am not small. I am not small. That is fake news. I'm 5'9". That, you know, is damn near Amazonian. Nah, I'm not small. I'm not small. I'm not small. I'm not small, but I'm not small. Humans like me just make Metapod go limp from being paralyzed. No. Oh, no. Alright, all of you are starting the Metapod jokes, it seems. I am not Cinderace. I am not Cinderace, and I'm not cute. I'm not Cinderace, and I'm not cute. That's a bunch of misinformation. 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 Alright, Pinhead is level 6. Nice. Alright, Birdup is level 7. Alright, nice. Nice. Ara. Do you like that, little human? I am not a second brat. I am not a second brat. I am not a second brat. That is, fake news. That's fake news. That's misinformation. I am not a second brat. I am not in any way, shape, or form a second brat. No. I'm not even a succubus, and I'm not a succubat. Succubats are a monster from, from Dragon Quest. No, yeah, I am not based on one of those. Besides, they're very suggestive looking, bat people, yeah. I know some of my work, some of my art, that I would commission is kind of suggestive, but, I do have the ability to go into and manipulate dreams. What, we encountered a Weedle. Oh, well, we encountered a Weedle. No, not a bat. She's a No, I'm not a reindeer. I'm not a reindeer. Why are you calling me a reindeer? I'm not a reindeer. Ow, it's using Poison Sting. Ow. Yeah, that's not very effective because I'm Poison type. No, it's got Poison Sting. Ow. I'm being toxified. Yeah, I'm not gonna catch her. I'm not gonna catch Weedle, no. Don't they have a history of being seductive? Yeah. Yeah, using beauty and charms is a good way to, trick humans out of their name. And also their heart. I am not a reindeer. That is not true. I am not a reindeer. Although there is a such thing as a deer woman. That's a type of fairy, but, I'm not one of those, no. Yeah, deer women are pretty dangerous, though. Not gonna lie, no. At least you're not as dangerous as Knuckle or, Kelpie. Well, no, I'm not in Deer Monty. I'm not a deer. I almost forgot bug type mode are super effective on poison types. I mean, alright now. Alright now, I think Pinhead can handle this. I think Pinhead can handle, one Caterpie. Alright, surely Pinhead can handle one Caterpie. Oh no, it failed a string shot, that's good. Alright, it's going for tackle. Alright, it's doing a little bit of damage, but not too much, thankfully. I will have... Alright, now. Pinhead is level 7, nice. I can't wait till we learn Horn Attack. Horn Attack is gonna be so good. Wait, don't dear women have relations with men and then trample them to death? Yeah, that is very true, yeah. Yeah, that is very true, yeah. We can collab between Fumamati and Deermati. No, I'm not a deer. I'm not a deer. What are you talking about? I'm not a deer. And I'm not a Fumo. But if I could, afford to have a Fumo made of Fumamati, I would probably, make one. I'm sure all you guys would, I'm sure all you guys would bother that. Would buy that. Oh yeah, by the way, critical hits, do ignore boosts in this game, yeah. I do love a bit of Native American lore. Oh, that's good. I don't know, you look very marketable. I mean, I have been told that, yeah. I mean, I did make, Indamati is designed to be kind of marketable. Yeah. Maybe have a little bit of sex appeal. Mostly for me, yeah. I am not making heroes and villains not making villains and heroes ugly, you know, goes against my morals, yeah. Alright, now Pinhead got 30 experience. Alright, Pinhead is level 8, nice. Oh, we learned Horn Attack! That's really nice. Alright, finally, we got a good move. Alright, Horn Attack is gonna be very good. Alright, we still haven't encountered a Pikachu yet, though. Yeah, to be fair, Pikachu in this forest is kind of rare, so we might not encounter one, but it would be good to have one for Misty. Of course, you know, it's not very good on... The anime would be a little bit more common if with the Lakusa, aka the Owl Woman. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, oh yeah, the Owl Woman, yeah. I remember that. Alright, let's try using our new move, Horn Attack. I'm gonna make you horny, puts reindeer horns on your head, now you're horny. Ow! No, lightning. Alright, Akari is doing all the trolling. Akari is being very funny. Alright, I love you guys. I love you guys, you're awesome. I love you guys, you're funny and awesome. Right now, I will stay relatively close to the entrance of Viridian Forest, at least, until I encounter Pikachu. Uh-oh. No, we're about to have an ad start, so just warning you about that. Just warning you about that, I kinda need, like, the 2 cents or something, I guess. No, you guys are awesome. Yeah, though Indamani basically is the reason why my world exists. Nobody cared who I was until I put on the VTuber avatar. Nobody cared who I was until I put on the PNG. Yeah. Until I started becoming Indamani, nobody really cared who I was, really. Alright, what do we got? Alright, what do we got? We have a Caterpie. Alright, luckily a bird being the word should be able to handle that. Alright, now just knock it out. Another adversary successfully pure. Another adversary successfully pure. I cared about you during your DA author days. I still do some work on DeviantArt every now and again. Obviously not as much as I used to, though I kind of, I kind of am thinking about going back to it just a little bit. Or at least trying to, anyway. I see that people are really responding, positive. Oh, wait! Is that Pikachu? Yo, it's Pikachu! It's Pikachu! Alright, we have to be careful. It knows Thunderbolt. Alright, Peck won't be very effective, but, it's not very effective. First, it'll go for a super effective Thunder Shock, which might paralyze me. Alright, it's gonna hit hard. Alright, wow, we're down to 1 health. Alright, hopefully its health is low enough. Alright, we got the Pikachu, that's good. Alright, Pikachu the mouse Pokemon. We obviously know what Pikachu is. When several of these Pokemon gather, their electricity could build and cause lightning storms. Yo, Pikachu can cause lightning storms? Yo. Alright, now, let's call him... Alright, alright, I was disrespecting Ash earlier, but, to kind of honor, Ash, we're gonna name it this. Alright, to kind of honor, Ash Ketchum, we're gonna name it Ash. I know I kind of dissed him a little bit earlier and said that Red was definitely better, but, and I still think that's true, but, there's no discounting that, a lot of, Ash's fights were very clever and very cool. And I kind of like that about, the Pokemon anime. It wasn't just who could, drop an atomic nuke on anybody, whoever first. There was actual strategy and skill which in most of the battles. You cursed the Pikachu. What do you mean I cursed it? It's me. What do you mean I cursed it? I'm aiming at Ash as, very viable and, very good name. Plus, alright now. Pikachu may not be useful against Brock, don't get me wrong, but, Ash isn't a bad trainer. I Ash is officially the strongest trainer in the entire anime now. Oh, that's true. He To be fair, he did win. He did win the go. He did win against, you know, some pretty powerful opponents. You know, when he went to the league. You know, after like 30 plus years of trying. So yeah, it took Ash how many years to win? I mean, it took him a while to, you know, actually win a league, but, you know, he managed to do it, and he managed to beat... He went up against some pretty heavy hitters that were, you know, very strong. I mean, he literally beat Stephen, Cynthia, and Leon. I mean, whoa, he beat Cynthia? Well, I mean, my respect for Ash, you know, goes up immediately. Because I know Cynthia's, like, real hard. Yeah, Cynthia's, like, really super tough. Not gonna lie. Yeah, and Stephen is also very strong. He uses steel types. Yeah, Stephen is also, like, super strong, isn't he? Alright, I will, you know... Alright, now. Alright, I do want to, you know, grind a little bit before I take on Brock for a little bit. Although I'm pretty sure I'll be able to sweep him with, you know, with Squirtle, basically. Yep, he beat Leon, who in the anime was literally unbeatable before him and his normal Charizard Mega Charizard. Yo, Leon had Mega Charizard and he lost? Yo, alright, that is pretty epic, not gonna lie. Now that sounds, you know, super epic, not gonna lie. Alright, Pikachu can really mess us up, but, you know, Thunderbolt... That's done for Galov. That's gonna learn my attack. Alright, good thing Pikachu doesn't have static in this game. Oh yeah, critical hit too. Nice. Nice. Alright, I am not disappointed by you, Pinhead. No, Leon's normal Charizard beat Mega Charizard. Whoa. Leon's normal Charizard beat Mega... Oh, wow. Well, that truly says something about Leon's level of skill and power, yeah. Damn. Damn, Ash really brought Mega Charizard and couldn't beat his Charizard. Yeah, Leon's big thing was Gigantamaxing. Oh dang. Did he at least Gigantamax, you know, against Ash's Mega Charizard? Alright now. Yo, that is, you know, alright. Alright, Leon in the anime, you know, has high respect. No, Ash didn't have Mega Charizard? Oh. He did beat the guy did he also beat the guy that had Darkrai? We don't talk about Tobias. Huh. Yeah, we don't talk about Tobias. Tobias was, you know, made in a time where Ash, you know, had actual skill and power behind him, and they basically, for whatever reason, Darkrai didn't show up, period. Yeah, Tobias was, you know, kind of seen. Tobias, isn't that guy like a Gary Stu or something? He literally like showed up and, you know, was never brought up ever again. He had a rematch with Endemoni? Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean? I beat Leon's Charizard pretty easily, yeah. Then Ash beat him? Alright, nice. Yeah, alright. Alright, now we have to be careful. We have to be careful of bug trainers. Alright, now, come on, can I encounter some Metapods, please? Alright, come on, Metapods. Alright, there we go, Metapod. Alright, the good thing is you're not defense. Alright, now. Alright, I think Pikachu should be fine against, you know, against a Metapod, even though it's level 5, since it's only gonna know Harden. And, you know, Harden does not affect the special stat, so... Ash is lucky though that Ash went down to his Pikachu. He didn't have his Cinderace use a ground move at that point because he had high horsepower in Libero. Whoa, that's really good. Yeah, isn't Charizard flying though? I don't think ground would have helped. Fortunately. But you know, it is the Pokemon anime. Moves kind of do whatever they want, really. Alright, Metapod got paralyzed by a Thunder Shock. Alright, now Ash is leveling up. Metapod is still the most sus design. I mean, Pikachu was the only one left. Oh, Pikachu. Alright, right down to the wire, of course. And of course, Pikachu would be the one that would be left. I swear, Ash's Pikachu is just, you know, the most special Pikachu ever in existence. No wonder Team Rocket, you know, is obsessed with it. No wonder Team Rocket, you know, is obsessed with it and Giovanni keeps okaying it. Yeah, maybe Giovanni thinks that, you know, a cat shouldn't be able to lose to a mouse or something. I don't know. Leon had a Libreo's higher... Oh, wow. Oh, high horsepower. Instead, Leon went in a flashy G-Max move rather than high horsepower. Leon, you know... You still remember when Team Rocket wasn't a joke? Yeah, I remember when Team Rocket... I remember Team Rocket from this game, you know, being kind of serious business compared to, you know, Jesse and James. Yeah, of course, Jesse and James, you know... Don't get me wrong, they're amazing villains in their own right, but, you know... Yeah, I think the other members of Team Rocket were definitely, you know, much more serious business than they were. Yeah, they spent, you know, how many years trying to capture, you know, a yellow rat that they could have, you know, easily caught? They could have just easily caught one yellow rat, you know, and they could have just easily caught one, you know, electric yellow rat. I mean, there was literally an episode early in the anime where there was like a whole bunch of Pikachu, and they could have just caught one of them if they really wanted. There was a season where Jesse and James were actually a threat. Yeah, like Gen 5. Yeah, Gen 5, where, you know, Ash's skills kind of reverted. Yeah, they even had Giovanni show up in Gen 5, yeah, didn't they? Yeah, he was kind of wanting Meloetta. Which, to be fair, Meloetta is a mythical, so, you know, obviously Giovanni's gonna want it for, you know, his evil plans and whatnot. And I did mean Gen 7, Jesse and James did actually beat Ash. Yeah, that is true, they did. I did hear that, yeah. How'd they actually do that, by the way? What, we actually beat him for once? Well, they actually beat Ash for once? What, they actually beat Ash? It only took them until Gen 7 to do that. And I was going for Poison saying, "Oh, I'm gonna get toxic. I'm gonna get toxified. Now I'm toxic." Because they were actually stacked with their team? Yeah, alright now. They can remember anybody Pikachu dead slaughter of hundreds of more Sparrow in Pokemon series? No, yeah. One of those fear... Yeah, that fear that, you know, Ash threw a rock at, you know, became a fear in one of the episodes. And Ash was saying, like, I'm gonna be back for Pidgeot one day. Yeah, that never happened. Remember when Ash, you know, kind of abandoned his Pidgeot? Actually, it does happen. Wait, what? It actually did happen? He actually came back for it? Yo, he actually came back for it? That's really cool. Wait, he actually came back? No, what? Stop screenshotting me. Stop, you know, spitting me. Stop, you know, stop shooting your shot at me. Only Chats is allowed to do that. Wait, I mean, The last episode, he comes back with him and... Oh, wow. Alright, nice. Hi, honey. Hi, honey. Oh, Roseheart, what's up? Hi there. It seems like everybody's showing up for this. I highly appreciate that, by the way. Hi, honey. Hey, look, a Weedle. Alright, now, we have to be careful. Weedle can be, you know, kind of toxic, not gonna lie. It can, you know, it can kind of toxify us, not gonna lie. Not much, just chillin'. No, shooting string. It's shooting its sticky strings at me. Ew. Technically, Pikachu should be level 100. I mean, it really should, shouldn't it? I mean, you'd think Ash's Pikachu would be level 100, but apparently not. You know, it always gets reverted, you know, back to level 5, you know, whenever there's a new region. Alright, now, I'm not cute. That's, you know, fake news. Don't believe the propaganda. Don't believe this Red Moon propaganda. That's, you know, supervillain propaganda. I am not cute. I am not cute. Good few Pokemon, including Mimikyu and Toxapex, not the big... Oh, they had Mimikyu and Toxapex? Yeah, oh yeah, I remember they did have Mimikyu, but you know. Alright, Ash is level 6 now. Alright, right now, we are doing a little bit better. Alright, we're starting to get there. Yeah, Mimikyu and Toxapex were both real good in, you know, Gen 7. I remember that. Yeah, remember when Mimikyu used to actually be good before they, you know, nerfed Disguise? Yeah, then they nerfed Disguise and, you know, it kind of fell off. They had a Bewear, so they were able to, they were literally able to solo and body Ultra Beast. Yo, they had Bewear too. You know, I remember in the games, I remember in Pokemon Sun and Moon, you know, Lucamine had Bewear. Yeah, remember when, you know, people were looking at the Pokedex entries of, you know, Gen 7 and being like, yo, Bewear, you mean Bewear, you know, crushes people's spines, but it's like trying to be super friendly about it? I mean, Bewear is supposed to be like a super strong, you know, bear, yeah. My favorite is still Totodile. No, I don't blame you. Totodile is, you know, very adorable. Alright, now. Oh yeah, I will eventually get the Braca, I promise. Alright, as long as I can encounter, you know, like a 50 Metapods in a row. As long as I can level up my team on a bunch of Metapods. They literally outsped and body to half the hell out of Pheromosa before when no one else could. Wait, what? Bewear, you know, was literally faster than Pheromosa? Whoa, dude. Well, that Bewear definitely is built different because isn't Pheromosa like super duper fast or something? Yeah, I remember those. I remember when that cockroach came out. Yeah, it's like a cockroach waifu. Yeah, it's basically Madara before Madara came along. It's Madara-kun before Madara-kun came along. Alright, so, where are the wild Pokemon? Wild Pokemon, could you please come out? I really wanted a shiny Totodile and Crystal. Oh, I don't blame you. Hey, where's the wild Pokemon? They're supposed to live in tall grass? Oh, this is... Alright. Oh, for some reason, you know, they're not coming out. Alright, now, usually the wild Pokemon are, you know, all on top of me. That's weird. Let's say, actually beat Ash with Bewear Spirited away Team Rocket before they could steal Pikachu? Oh. Classic Team Rocket. Yeah, of course, Man, I can't believe Bewear, you know, was faster than Pheromosa. That, you know, is really cool. They actually got shiny Pokemon, shiny Totodile in Pokemon Go. Oh, nice. Nice, that, you know, is very good. Alright, let's battle a couple trainers. Hey, you have a Pokemon, come on, let's battle him. Oh, please excuse me, I'm sorry. Alright, we might as well... Alright, now let's battle a Bugcatcher. Oh, he has a level 6 Weedle? Alright, we have to be careful, this guy might toxify us with Poison Sting. I was going for Poison Sting. Ow. Oh, good thing it didn't poison us. Alright, how high is the chance of it poisoning people? Oh, failed. Alright, it's failed its, you know, String Shot. Alright, Ash's level 7 now. Any change Pokemon? No. Alright, Ash should be here. Alright, now. Ash became the strongest trainer ever. Jesse and James and Giovanni were Cetus Pikachu is actually strong. We spent even more resources to try and capture it double time. Oh no. Of course, Team Rocket's still on. Team Rocket's still on his case after all these years. See, this Pikachu is actually like super duper strong. Yeah. You see, Ash actually won that world championship, which means it's actually super strong. Yeah, trust us, it's not like any other normal Pikachu. Wanna know something funny? Sure thing. What are you gonna tell? No, my Caterpie can't cut it. Cool, I got $60 for winning. Cool, I stole that Book Trainer's lunch money. Alright, stretch some thighs and wings. No, alright now. So they can spend trillions more, you know, trying to catch it? Nah, I don't think they'll be able to beat Ash's Pikachu. Oh, wait. Pikachu, you alright now. At least Ash, you know, finally did get good and, you know, learned what weaknesses and resistances are. Remember when Ash, you know, finally learned what, you know, ground types are? Seems like, you know, Pikachu's Thunderbolt, you know, just ignores, you know, ground types whenever it's convenient for it. Right now, stats. Oh, it's 53 more XP. Alright, we're close to leveling up, though. I do want to level up a little bit more before Brock. Honestly, though, I'm probably just gonna sweep him, but, you know... Alright, how strong exactly is his Onix? Again, it doesn't really matter. It's like 4 times weak to water, isn't it? Alright, I'll just take out the Weedle real quick. Alright, I guess we... Alright, now? I mean, I wouldn't worry. When I first played a newer Pokemon, I caught a Modian female, nickname it Lesbian. Oh, wow. Onix only has less attack than Squirtle. Yeah, that's true. You know, Onix is like super bad, isn't it? Yeah, Onix is like real bad. Well, at least if we don't, at least with you know some Metapods, we don't have to worry about being counterattacked. Kind of really the best. Yeah, they kind of give a lot of XP, plus they don't counterattack. Yeah, base attack of 45. Well, that's pretty low, isn't it? No, that's pretty bad, isn't it? Alright now, let's get out Pinhead. Alright, let's get out Pinhead for a little bit. I wish that Blue has a weird glitch at the tower. Oh, you mean Pokemon Tower? You mean, Oh, you must... I think I know the glitch you're talking about. It involves the Pokemon Dial to bypass Marowak, right? Yeah, in fact, I would like to do that this game. You don't even need a Silph Scope for that one. That's rather infamous, and meme showing more Onix has less attack than... Yeah, Onix is kind of really bad in, you know, Gen 1, really. Although it's been pretty bad in general. You'd think a giant, you know, rock snake would, you know, have lots more attack, but, you know... you can't jam out if you're... Alright, now. Blue and Red have a lot of glitches. Yeah, that's true, especially the most infamous one being Missing No. I mean, everybody and their grandma knows what Missing No is. Everybody and their grandma knows about Missing No, though. Yeah, of course, there's also the Mew glitch. Alright, good thing I have, you know, my Pinhead. Good thing I have Pinhead out for the Weedle. Alright, it's going for String Shot. For reference, Oddish has more attack than Onix. Ooh, that's really rough. That's real rough, isn't it? Alright, let's just go for Horn Attack. Alright, Pinhead grew to level 9, that's good. I'm about to use Kakuna. Alright, since it's probably just going to use Harden anyway. I don't think any of the Kakunas, you know, have Poison Sting in this game. Wait, do they have Poison Sting when they're trainer Pokemon? Paralyze, that's good. Yeah, I think it's only Pokemon Yellow where they do that. Sim's just a little bit more threatening. You can get a level 100 Gengar or Short Nidoking at the beginning of the game, at the beginning of the glitch. Oh. Alright, now let's switch the bird up. Alright, now we got a Weedle to worry about. Alright, we may have it right now. Spearow still has a super effective move. Alright, now don't get put. Alright, now. No, our speed's gonna go down. No! Alright, hopefully it doesn't poison. Alright. Good thing I went for a String Shot instead of Poison Sting. That means I don't have to worry about being Gen 1 poisons. Alright, now. You're actually in the area you can pull it off? You're actually in an area where you can pull it off? Joltik has more attack than Onix too? What, Joltik, that little tiny thing? You're telling me that a giant rock snake has less you're telling me a giant rock snake has less attack than, a freaking Joltik? Oh man. Man, they really need to buff Onix. Yeah, they really, 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 really need to buff Onix. Man, why is that? The little 4-inch spider has more attack than Onix. Oh, no. Why? It's a giant rock snake. It should have high attack. Plus, Onix is kind of rare in this game, and it's so bad. It's so bad, but it has so little attack. What's up with that? There's also save issues in Pokemon Blue where data gets erased, but Blue back in early days was a hot mess and was technically the first beta test that got released. No, man. Oh boy, this Weedle's like level 9. Alright, luckily we should be strong enough to beat it. Alright, even if it goes for Poison Sting, Pinhead shouldn't take too much damage. Poison Sting is relatively weak, but it can poison. Wait, I don't think poison types can be poisoned in Gen 1, thankfully. Alright now, thankfully I don't think, we can be poisoned. Alright, Pinhead grew to level 10, that's good. Alright, we defeated the Bug Catcher. I give you're good at this. Alright, nice, I stole his lunch money. Alright, let's switch with Bird up. Alright, yeah, we still need to make our team, we still need to make our team a little bit stronger. Although, then again, I'm kind of worried about the Zubat that are going to be up ahead. Plus, there's a bunch of trainers before them, isn't there? Yeah, I'm a little worried about doing that. My current level. Alright, let's beat this Caterpie up real quick. There's one picking a certain name of your character will trigger a battle with Professor Oak at Cinnabar Island. Instead of fighting the missing no, you fight Oak. Yo, what? Yo, what? Oh, wow. They kind of hit a secret boss. They kind of hit a secret boss fight behind, behind a secret code. Yo. That was, some wild stuff. Yeah, Gen 1 definitely has a lot of glitches, doesn't it? Gen 1 definitely has a lot of peculiar glitches. Alright now, what obviously I intend to, test out, the X-accuracy glitch and all that. Alright, let's pick the Spenopod to death. Alright, level 9. Alright, we learned Leer, which is not very good. Not a very good move. And finding that Squirtle has higher attack than Onix because Squirtle is a special attacker. Yeah, that is very true, yeah. That is very true, isn't it? I kinda hope that, more Monster Catcher games do catch on. And especially like Cassette Beast. I mean, Cassette Beast and, obviously Digimon games are, starting to, get into that. Yeah, Cassette Beast was very good. I think it's a little bit better than, modern Pokemon games. A little bit edgy. A little bit more of an edge, too. Yeah, it's basically like if somebody took Digimon Frontier and, mixed it with, Shin Megami Tensei. They're straight up yeah, the villains in Cassette Beast will straight up kill people. Like, yeah, for real. And that's something definitely, Pokemon would, that's something definitely Pokemon would, have it hint towards, but, not actually, carry out. Except in the manga, apparently, where everybody's a war criminal. There's been waiting for one called Kindred Fates, which is a bit more like Legends Arceus route, but put in permadeath Dark Souls elements. Ooh, that sounds real good. Oh yeah, what? I think I remember that being announced sometime, sometime a long time ago, yeah. Yeah, I think I remember something about that. Yeah, I don't quite remember. The Marowak guaranteed to have been killed by Team Rocket? Yeah, that's true. That's true, which does show that Team Rocket is at least willing to kill in this game. But, yeah, it's been in publisher hell, but it's in beta ATM. Publisher hell, huh? Oof. They really need to publish that themselves, basically. But basically what you're saying is they need to publish it themselves, basically. Alright, we don't have too many Thunderbolts left, so we're gonna have to make them count. Oh good, it failed. Alright, Caterpie defeated. Alright, how many experience points does, Ash need to level up? Oh, I need 51. Well, if I encounter a couple of Metapods, it should be not too hard. I think Squirtle was the only starter with special attack. Yeah. Kind of funny, considering that, well, kind of funny considering Venusaur and Charizard are, special attackers in this game. Yeah, sadly, there's not a whole lot of good grass moves, unfortunately. There's not a lot of good grass moves, but at least in this game, Razor Leaf is basically a guaranteed crit. Due to how critical works in this game. Which is one thing you can definitely abuse if you really want to. Works real great with Mouth. New one I found calls Monster Patch. It has farm simming resources and the Pokemon and takes support and Pokemon. Oh, that sounds pretty interesting. That sounds kind of interesting. I like that. Alright, interesting. I like that. Alright, nice. Alright, now we level up to 9. Alright, we learned Thunder Wave, which is pretty nice, not gonna lie. Yeah, Thunder Wave, they kind of nerfed because it was a little too strong, wasn't it? Probably because it was abused by Pokemon that basically used Prankster. Yeah, remember when Prankster was, one of the most overpowered abilities ever? Yeah, then they nerfed it by, then they kind of nerfed it. I yeah, they did nerf it, yeah. It's honestly, honestly, nice more monster taming indie games have been getting more attention. Yeah, that's true. Now if only, Nintendo were a little less, or a little less, up their own butts about that. I'm gonna be honest. If only Game Freak were a little less up their butt about that. Yeah, yeah, they should definitely be a lot less up their butt about that, really. They need to actually make good Pokemon games instead of, trying to, shut down their competition. Yeah, I'm really hoping, the Power Case does win. Yeah, I really hope that wins too, yeah. Because, that is basically very ridiculous. That's the kind of thing that would never work in the States, but, would definitely work in Japan, unfortunately. Am I gonna do the Nugget Bridge glitch that I did it in Fire Red and got Gengar? Alright, how does the Nugget Bridge glitch work? Oh, if I can get Gengar, that, would be very good, wouldn't it? If I could get a Gengar, that'd be real good, wouldn't it? Alright, I will have to look up how that actually works. This Gengar would be real nice, not gonna lie. Nintendo has been salty that they are going to have to put in effort to sell games because competitors showing people how much they have been missing out. Yeah. I think Nintendo should be less up their own butt, really. Yeah, Nintendo has been really up their own butt really recently, and, you know, yeah, it's kind of, yeah, and, you know, and it's kind of started to affect them. It's kind of started to affect them really negatively, unfortunately. Yeah, it kind of makes, yeah, alright. You know what? You know, one thing I really want is more indie games that are more inspired by, you know, Legend of Zelda. You know, like the older version, like the older ones. You know, that's gonna, yeah. Yeah, I would really like that, yeah. Alright, Squirter is level 12. Alright, I think we should be able to beat him. I think we might be able to beat Brock. You know, if we're smart. And then I'll try to go to Mount Moon. Keyword try. Alright, for now I think I will go over here and, you know, heal up my Pokemon. Brick and boil. Brick and broil. Alright now. I will challenge the youngster inside of, you know, the gym. Alright, he has a Sandshrew that's at a decent level. Alright, I think I should be able to beat it with, you know, I should be able to beat it with Squirtle, right? At least I'm hoping I can. I mean, it does have Sand Attack, doesn't it? You're still light years from facing Brock. But light years is a distant air. But light years is a, you know... Rock and roll, Brock and Brawl. Alright, Diglett. Oh, it's like level 11. Oof. That's pretty high level. Yeah, and Diglett's kind of fast, isn't it? Luckily, it's pure ground. Oh, I crit on it too. Nice. Alright, please stop scratching me. Alright, I'll take it down. Alright, Sandshrew. No, I will not switch. Alright, level 11, huh? Alright, might as well take it down. No, don't start using Sand Attack on me. Get out of here with that. Please don't do that. Ooh, and nice, a crit. Nice, I got that lucky crit. Nice, I'm level 13 now. Nice. Alright, Squirtle's on it already now. Squirtle. Darn, light year isn't time, it measures distance. That's right, I'm closing in on Brock. Rock Hard Defense. I believe in Rock Hard Defense and Determination. That's why all my Pokemon are Rock type. Do you still want to challenge me? Fine then. Show me your best. Alright, now we should be able to beat him. Alright, as the mystery Diglett, it learns Scratch, but how does it scratch you? I mean, that is a good point. I mean, in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, we know that, you know, Squirtle does have feet. You know, Squirtle does indeed have feet. Alright, going for Defense Curl. That's not going to help you against Bubble. Alright, the AI is kind of dumb. Sandshrew is cute. Not gonna... Yeah, I think it's Sandshrew is cute in this game. I can agree with that. Alright, he's about to use Onyx. Alright, he's about to use Onyx, so that's gonna... Alright, now. Oh, it's faster? Alright, luckily Onyx's attack is, you know, kind of trash, not gonna lie. Oh, Onyx is pretty fast, though. But there's no way it can beat me. It can't even go for Bite. Yeah, Squirtle... Yeah, said Squirtle... Said Squirtle has feet. Alright, beat Brock. Nice. I took you for granted. As proof of your victory, here's the Boulder Badge. And you received the Boulder Badge. Nice. That's an official Pokemon League badge. Its bear's Pokemon become more powerful. The technique Flash can be used anytime. Alright, and we got a whole bunch of money. Wait, take this with you. And you receive Bide. Yeah, I will probably throw Bide in the trash because it sucks. Yeah, I'll never understand why they decided, you know... I'll never understand why they decided to, you know, bring back single-use TMs. Yeah, they should, you know, dial that back. They should dial that back, you know, back to being multiple use. I mean, why did they decide to do that for whatever reason? Yeah, go back to, multiple use TMs. And please don't listen to weirdos, saying that, it should be single use. Yeah, please stop listening to people say that. You have defeated Seto Kaiba? That was not Seto Kaiba. No, I think Seto Kaiba would be, would be like a really elite would be really elite and powerful, would probably use dragon types. Because, Kaiba does have a dragon fetish. It's because it's kind of known that Kaiba has a dragon fetish. Same voice actor. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, yeah, little Karibo did bring that up. I am Seto Kaiba. I have a dragon fetish. I'm voiced by Brock from Pokemon. Screw the rules, I'm in love with Nurse Joy. Critical hit, yeah. How you like that? I crit on you. Alright, now, bubble time. Let's take a little bubble bath together, yeah. Alright, Squirrel's level 15. Squirrel learned Water Gun, nice. Alright, now, about to use Weedle. Alright, now, let's bird up. Oh, it's level 10, isn't it? Oof. Yeah, we're kind of a little behind on levels. Alright, Peck. Oh wow, that did massive damage. Now it's going for Poison Sting. Ow! Oh, good thing we didn't get toxified by that. Nice. I'm about to use Caterpie. No, I will not change Pokemon. Alright, let's peck him to death. Get pecked to death by birds! He's going for Tackle. Alright, that stung a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, Bird Up is level 10, nice. You beat me again? Wait, what? I encountered you before? Hi, I like shorts, they're comfy and easy wear. Youngster Joey! Yo, we encountered Youngster Joey! Alright, we encountered Youngster Joey. He's probably gonna send out his top percentage Rattata. Yo, there's his top percentage Rattata! Top percentage! Alright, let's go Water Gun. Oh, let's go in for Quick Attack. Oof, that really stung. Alright, now Water Gun. Yeah, take that, Water Gun. Alright, Water Gun. Yeah, I forgot, Water Gun's animation is not cool. It's, very unique in this game. Make sure Joey's about to use Ekans. No, I will not be changing off that. Ekans is really annoying in this game. I'm not gonna lie, not only does it poison, it also has Wrap. Oh no, it begins. Ekans' attack continues. Oh no. I do not like this. Stop! I do not like that. Of course it gets 5 turns of it. Why would it not? Of course it gets 5 turns. Why would it not? Oh, that was really annoying. No, that was annoying. I don't believe it. Oh man, that was really annoying. Alright, I will fight you. Alright, you're a trainer. Let's fight. Alright, sure thing. I guess I'll fight you. Alright, eat Doritos and drink Mountain Dew, huh? I definitely will. Alright, now he's sending out his Weedle. Oh, it's only level 9, that's good. At least this guy will be slightly easier. Oh yes, when Wrap and Bind were super annoying stall tactics. Yeah, that's true, yeah. Alright, good thing we didn't get poisoned, that's good. Yeah, Wrap and Fire Spinner, basically the most broken moves in the entire in this entire game, and they're all really annoying. Yeah, really, really annoying whenever your enemy uses them. Alright, let's Thunder Shock the Kakuna. It should be safe while it does its harden. Because, the AI doesn't use Poison Sting or String Shot on their own Kakunas for whatever reason. Alright, he's about to use Caterpie. I mean, it's about even with my level, so... It's about even with Ash's level, so it should be fine. Alright, hang on there. Alright, now. We're gonna take a little bit of a beating. Alright, good, it missed. Good, it missed the second tackle, so that's good for me. Yeah, I'm having some good luck. Alright, he's going for Metapod. No, it will not change. You know, the enemies are starting to jump up a little bit in difficulty, so I'm gonna have to, really grind. Which I am planning on doing once I get to, Mount Moon, but, I will have to get there first. Alright, now I will take out all the Metapods. Alright, Ash is level 10, that's good. Alright, Bugcatcher, if I had a new Pokemon, I would have won. Alright, thank you for your money, nerd. Alright, now we're gonna have to fight another Bug Trainer. You can fight my new Pokemon. Alright, now, what are you gonna lay on me, dude? Alright, now, what's this Bug Trainer got? What's this Bugcatcher got? Now, of course he's got Caterpie, and he hasn't evolved it into, Butterfree for some reason. I mean, more power to you, but, Butterfree, would probably sting a little bit more since it learns Confusion immediately on level up. Yeah, that Caterpie is not gonna be very good. Alright, level 16, that's good. Alright, Metapod. Alright, let's get Bird up in there. Alright, level 11, it'll be a little tough, but yeah, it'll be a little tanky, but that's okay. At least with Peck, we're gonna be doing consistent damage. We're gonna be doing lots of damage with Peck, so... I'll probably hang on a couple turns. That's okay. And, alright. At least Metapod give a lot of experience when they're defeated. Bugcatcher, done like dinner. What Squirtle is evolving? Alright, so we're gonna get a Wartortle. Alright, might as well get a Wartortle, because why not? Alright, evolved into Wartortle, and we're gonna learn Bite. Wait, don't we learn Bite? Wait, I thought we learned Bite on level up, I guess not. Alright, now there's Spearow. Alright, it's only level 6, so it should be fine. Alright, let's bubble it. Alright, hit it with a bit of bubble. Oh, that really... Alright, now. Alright, now, and the wild Pokemon are, of course on top already now. Alright, now, what I really want to find, in Mount Moon is a Clefairy. Well, I will try to grind for... I will have to grind for one of those since they're, super rare in, Mount Moon. Yeah, they have... Yeah, unfortunately we're gonna run into, a million zillion Zubats inside of Mount Moon, too. Yeah, there's gonna be, a million zillion of those, and... There's gonna be, a million zillion, Zubats. Yeah, so many Zubats. Over 9,000 of them. Maybe we'll heal your Pokemon back to perfect health. Alright, I know we can get a Magikarp and, get Gyarados, but look here, listen. I already have Squirtle. I don't need another water type. I already have a water type, so I'm not gonna do that. Alright, now I will go to Mount Moon. Alright, now, and then I will save the game. Order file will be erased, that's okay. Alright, and you save the game, that's good. Alright, game has been saved. Oh wow, we've been playing for a while. Most of it has been trying to find, rare Pokemon. Kinda wish it was... Alright, now... Alright, now let's go look for someone to raid. Alright, now, sorry, I have, like, alright, now. Alright, now, let's look for somebody. No, shut that down. Alright, no, we don't want to be copyrighted. Oh, wait, oh, I know who to raid. Alright, I know who to raid, raid William the Alchemist. I believe he's playing Gauntlet Legends. Alright, let's go raid him, yeah. Alright, you guys are gonna really like him. He's playing Gauntlet Legends, which is like an old... I'm not sure... I think he's playing the N64 one. Alright, now, I'll see you later. Remember, fly like bat and shine like the moon, okay? For we are stuff dreams are made of. Moonbat raid. Goodbye.